Let's talk about signs of toxic parenting. So, I'm going to talk about one sign and possibly pick up on other signs in other videos, but it's important that I illustrate this sign. This sign is subtle, right? We always think it's not a big deal, but it's a huge issue, and that's verbal abuse. If you're a parent and you're quick to abuse your child, so you verbally abuse your child, let me show you what you're doing. So I have this book. Pardon me, I'm a teacher, and so I use a lot of illustrations. Let's assume this is your child. This is your child. Look how clean this book looks. Quite beautifully done. And each page as well is quite beautiful. Now, each page represents each day of their lives. It's an assumption, but look at how it works. You wake up on a clean day and your child does something and you're so upset and you go, you're mad. So you make a hole. You're crazy. You make another hole. You're insane. You make another hole. So each abusive words you use, you're making holes. You swear on your child, you make holes. You curse your child, you make holes. You abuse your child, you make holes. This is what you've done for that day. And you move on to the second day and you feel, because your child has bounced back the second day, you feel that the child is okay. But what you've succeeded in doing is you've succeeded in creating scars that you don't see. The child possibly doesn't see those scars. And it's so sad that many of us are carrying those scars around. And you move on to the second day and you decide to do the same thing you did the previous day. You continue, your child triggers you and you abuse them, you curse them, you use words, stupid, mad, you're crazy, you're insane. Most of you go as well as saying God punished you, it will not be well with you. Whatever, you're just making words like this. And this is the second day filled with scars, unseen scars. So imagine you're doing that every single day, and because you don't see the scar, the child doesn't even know those scars are there. You wake up one day and say, oh, I've raised a fine young man, or I've raised a fine young woman, and then something happens in the future and they are triggered and everything that is here starts playing out. You had once said to them you're mad and they act mad. You had once said to them you're crazy, you're insane, and they start. You had once said to your child you're foolish, you can't make good decisions or wise choices. You had said it, so those words start playing out. And then you turn around, when those words play out, you turn around and say to your child, I raised you well. No, mom and dad, you didn't raise that child well. Because you didn't see those scars doesn't mean that those scars don't exist. Because you didn't see those scars doesn't mean that time has healed those scars. Now, if you're in a situation where you're constantly abused your child verbally, this is what I want you to do. Now, this is between you and your child. Now, it's none of my business, but I care about children a lot and I'm here to help. So what you can do is, for every negative word you said to your child, if you can look at your child and say you're mad or you're insane, you should be able to look at your child and say you're brave, you're great, you're beautiful, you're the best thing that has happened to me. So for every word you said that is negative, I want you to counter it with 7 positive words. Keep doing it. Just keep speaking positively. Keep speaking. When your child makes you mad, just keep quiet. You don't have to tell them they are mad. You don't have to abuse them. You don't have to abuse your child to parent. They don't go together. I hope this helps.